Hi, this is Joslyn-Marie Alvarado, and you are listening to the Chicago Singer-Songwriter podcast.
Hey, this is Chris Dever. I'm here on Chicago's southwest side, a couple blocks away from Midway Airport, talking with Joslyn-Marie Alvarado. Jocelyn, how are you tonight?
Good. Thanks for coming. I'm glad you're
sure.
here.
I biked over. It was a chilly ride over, but it was nice. I listened to a couple podcasts on my way over. So hopefully if you're listening to this on a bike or a train, it's making your commute go by that much quicker. So let's get into how I first heard about you, because I actually didn't meet you. Your reputation preceded you, I should say. We used to go to the same open mic night at Nightcap Coffee Bar in Pilsen, and I went there pretty much every week. But there was one week that I couldn't make it. I had to work late, and I came by the coffee shop just as it was ending, and there was a bunch of people standing outside, so I stopped by and I was like, hey guys, how's it going? How was tonight? And everyone was like, oh my god, you missed the best night. I was like, wow, what happened? They're like, there was this band that played tonight, Amateur Hour. They were phenomenal. I mean, everybody that was outside was just like, oh my god, they were so good. I can't wait to see them again, blah, 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 blah. And so I think it took you guys a couple months to come back. So I actually got a chance to see you play and was just as blown away as they were that first time. So it was awesome getting a chance to see you after missing you. But yeah, just phenomenal. I mean, not only do you have a phenomenal voice, but the band is just like really tight, and you could tell that like they just love what they do. And I don't know, you guys are you're fun to see. So if you're not already a fan of Amateur Hour, check them out on Facebook. You'll get to hear more stuff by Jocelyn, but Joslyn-Marie, sorry. Catch myself. You'll hear more from Joslyn-Marie. But tonight I want to get into you as a songwriter, as a solo performer, as an artist, as a poet, what have you. And let's start at the beginning. How did you get into this?
Getting into songwriting and singing, literally it started when I was like 2 years old, and I was told, and then I later saw that like I would just hum around all the time at the house. And
saw like on home videos?
Yeah, home videos.
Cool.
And my mom like just caught on right away that I would just sing along to songs. Like she would play Bette Midler, Wings Beneath My Wing, and literally there's a video of me just sitting on my sister's lap singing, wording, mumbling like alongside the song, and then literally it was just from there it just kept continuing on to where for Christmas when I was 5, I asked for Michael Jackson's Greatest Hits album from Santa Claus, and it just like kept going from there, where I just kept singing along. And then my mom eventually kind of signed me up for this production group. I had to audition, and I was 7. And it was like a corporate production group that basically would play at like weddings and corporate events in like the city and stuff like that.
And that was legal to have a 7-year-old?
Well, yeah, we had to sign some paperwork and stuff. Like my mom, obviously, since I was under 18, had to like approve that I wanted to do it, which of course I did, And was
it all kids in this group, or was it like adults too?
It was the second youngest person was like 32 years old.
Wow, that'd be an experience. Did you recognize that it was weird to be so young playing with all those people, or was it just like, I'm performing, this is totally natural?
I guess like when it came to, us getting together and like figuring out what songs we're going to sing, all of that was normal. Like music, there's no difference, like they would all discuss, we're gonna sing this song, and then you can sing these songs, are you okay with that, can you sing it like this? It's something that if you just are in connection with the lyrics, with the music, you understand. But then when we weren't talking about music, it was obvious, like, I had no idea what they were talking about. You guys are clearly adults here, and I don't know what bills are, and I don't know, like, day jobs, And
they're talking about going out drinking. You're like, yeah, I love Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
I like the green one.
I love kitty cocktails, and that's literally what I would have to drink, like we played at the Coma Inn, the Knickerbocker Hotel, stuff like that, like, just old school corporate places, weddings, and I would literally just be hanging out with, older people and different, like, CEOs of different companies and stuff like that. Like, it was great to be able to experience this because, like, right off the bat, I was singing in front of, like, 200-300 people every weekend.
Wow.
So it's just instantly, I just wanted to sing. I wanted to perform. And I did that for a couple years. And then,
so with performing so young, do you have performance anxiety now, or is that long gone?
I do right up into the part to where I'm going to do it. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but like I literally will be like all jittery and my face is red and like my hands are super sweaty. But then once I just step on the stage or like step by the microphone, it's like, okay.
Yeah, the way it just feels natural at that point.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So when did you start writing your own music?
I started writing my own music probably when I was around 12, 13, like junior high into high school.
Do you remember what those early songs were about?
Yeah. They were really, songs about life, a couple of them about heartbreak at a young age, I know, but still, heartbreak, losing family members. I have a famous song called Ketchup and Mustard that I made a song about, just playing on my acoustic guitar, just like, basic power chords, but I did a couple of school talent shows and stuff, and that was fun. It was enjoyable.
Did you grow up in this neighborhood in Chicago?
I actually grew up in like the south suburbs, so I, like around that time when I was 12, 13, I was living in Orland Park.
Oh, it's so weird.
Yeah.
So where we're at right now, I lived just a couple blocks away when I was like 3 or 4, and then moved out to Oak Forest. And you had the opposite experience where you lived out in the suburbs and then moved to the city later on. It's so weird.
Yeah.
So were you in bands and stuff in high school, or?
Yeah, in high school I was in varsity choir, and I made up my own acapella group. Like I had to go through the whole district thing and create my own after school program to like have students come and like make it official program.
Who does that? That's so crazy. That's awesome, though.
But yeah, I mean, I loved music, and I wanted an all-girl a cappella group because the song 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton just really blew my mind, and I kind of felt that as a song, like it'd be awesome to have like a bunch of vocalists singing it in like different harmonies, recreating, like a cappella groups. It was just that song that like made me feel like we should totally have a group like this in high school.
Wow.
So
talk about like a song having an impact. It inspired you to like create this whole after school program.
I know, it's so weird.
And did it work? Did it come to fruition? You got that song performed?
Yeah, definitely. Like there was already like like a basic idea of how to harmonize the notes, like sheet music for it. We just kind of altered it and stuff with, the music teacher of the school, and it was pretty awesome. And we got a group of girls together. We had a whole audition process. And then it became, and is still, a normal after-school program, and it's called Eloquence. And it's a all-girl a cappella group that Carl Sandburg has. So,
wow.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Huh.
That's fun times.
That's probably the most unique story I've heard yet on this podcast. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So outside of school, were you doing anything musically? Did you have, like, a garage band that you were involved in, or...
Honestly, no, I didn't. It was always just me and my piano, like, outside of school.
And just playing in your bedroom, or did you, like, do open mic nights and stuff?
Open mic nights, and I did YouTube videos.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was, like, before YouTube videos were a thing.
Yeah.
Or, like, right at the beginning of it, anyway.
Yeah, definitely. So, like, I would do, like, a cover, and then I just toss, like, an original and see what people would say, and then I just do cover, and back to an original, so, yeah.
It's interesting, that ratio, I've heard a lot of people say the 2 covers to 1 original. Do you remember, like, where you heard that, or where you learned that from?
Honestly, I feel like because covers are an easier way for people to connect with them, so it was kind of like a safe trail that I did was just being able to like cover songs that were well known and to have people say, oh wow, you know, she covered this song by, what was it, Toni Braxton on Break My Heart. She sounded good in that song, so oh, she has an original, let's check that original out and see how she sounds there. So it was kind of like an entryway, and that's kind of why I did that.
Neat. And where were you playing open mics at? What venues?
It was up in Orland Park area, so it wasn't really over here yet until I got into college out here and stuff is when I started doing open mics. So out in like the south suburbs, they really only had like one coffee shop place, and they had this place called Mojo's.
Yes. Oh my God, this is so weird. We had like parallel experiences because I was in a band in college and we used to play at Mojo's.
Really?
Yeah.
And like it was a coffee shop, like literally right by Orland Square Mall. But then it turned into like this intense venue that they now have in like Joliet.
Yeah.
Which I later on played a solo show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which was
Neat.
really cool because I'm like, oh my God, I played the Mojo's as a coffee shop, and now it's Mojo's as an actual venue.
You get to grow with the venue. That's crazy.
So.
Nice. Yeah, I never played the open mic night there, but I played at Ed and Joe's in Tinley Park, the pizza place by the train station.
Oh, yeah.
They had a really cool open mic done on Sunday nights that I used to play pretty frequently. Then on Oak Park Avenue, there was Old Tinley Pub, which was like kind of a dive bar, but they had an open mic night there too.
Very cool.
So I'm always curious to see like what I was missing out on in the suburbs, and Mojo's was it. I was missing out.
It's hard though. Like there's not as many open mics available like out in the suburbs than there are in the city.
No.
And that was like part of the reason why I wanted to move out to the city, because there's just a lot more opportunity out here.
Me too. And then I moved to the city and convinced myself for 5 years that I wasn't good enough. So
at
least it worked out for you. That's awesome. But yeah, after hosting the open mic night at Nightcap, I could see how frustrating that can be, because like especially with the suburbs, you know, there's so much going on out there. Like open mic nights aren't people's lives like they are here in the city, where you'll have like just weeks where nobody shows up. It's gonna be tough.
Definitely.
But that's awesome. So you just like were a performer from day one, started writing songs, playing them out. Mm-hmm. So are you a pro yet? Have you made it?
You never make it. You never do. Because if you feel that you make it, then I feel like you don't strive to just keep on going. You know? Interesting
philosophy. I was actually just listening to a podcast with Paul McCartney, and he was saying the same thing. I mean, Paul McCartney, like, there probably isn't a more successful living musician anywhere in the world. And even he was like, at some point you would think I'd look at myself and be like, all right, you're actually pretty good. And he's like, I haven't gotten there yet. I haven't gotten to a point where I'm like, oh, you're pretty decent. Like, there's always something to improve on.
Always.
So what does success look like for you? Is there a goal that you're hoping to attain where you're like, okay, that's a milestone?
For me, I guess I can say that just being able to have someone listen to a song and just connect to it, I guess. That's definitely a milestone that I kind of recently reached. But I don't know. I don't really have like a hardcore, number one goal. I mean, I do this because one, it keeps me sane. Like I literally will probably go crazy if I don't make music. And like two, just being able to have that connection with people, like performing it live or having them listen to it wherever their surroundings may be, like just having that is good enough for me. Just like walking away from something. So I mean, for me, I just want people to be able to hear my music and just listen to it. And if I could do this for a full-time gig all the time, like wake up and write music, which, I mean, there are days where I'll call off work at my normal day job, and I will do that.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Do they know that you're taking off to write music?
I'm pretty sure they do, because they all follow me on Twitter and Facebook. I mean, it's going to get to the point where it just consumes me, and I'm okay with that. And that's kind of what I want to happen, if it just consumes me to the point where I can just have it flowing in and out of me, just the music idea. So.
Well, this podcast is listened to by millions of people, and there's just record executives all over the place. So it's gonna do it for you. It's gonna open doors.
Yeah, for sure. That's hoping for.
Well, let's get into your music a little bit. The first song you're gonna play for us is gonna be you playing live, called "The Unknown."
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about this song.
So The Unknown, I actually started writing this song. I want to say like almost 2 years ago now, so it's a little bit of a lengthy song, and when you hear it, you'll be able to tell that it's not like, there's not a lot of layers to it, but I wrote it because I started watching the news, and it's something that I typically don't do is watch the news, because it's kind of depressing.
Totally.
And there's a lot of stuff going on, in the world, in other countries, and I wrote the song basically for just the viewpoint of, for those people who are not able to speak their voice, I guess you can say. So I forgot which war. There was a war going on.
It's sad that you have to like filter out which war it was.
Yeah, it was like one of them that was going on at the time, and I was just like, damn, this is crazy. This shouldn't be happening, but it is, and it's something that reoccurs all the time, and I'm sure everyone is experiencing it, or who doesn't experience it is experiencing it in a different way, and it just sucks because everyone is dealing with it, and what do you want to say? And so I kind of wrote the song with the perspective of how someone feels during like the hard times, or wanting to say something but they necessarily can't because they're just the unknown person.
All right, well, here it is, The Unknown.
Just stand
Let your voice be heard.
So you kind of give us a description of the song before we went into it. It seems like there's a lot of take action in this song. A lot of like do something like a war on TV, or things that are happening that aren't in your backyard, or even things that are in your backyard. Like, you know, Chicago, we're known for our gang violence and
Exactly.
other crap. What do you do about that? Or what did you hope that somebody listening to the song would get from this?
Well, yeah, basically what I would hope is that, you know, if there's stuff going on like that, you just have to be able to take a stand for what you believe in. You know, sometimes, you know, it might not necessarily be the best thing to do, but if it's something that you believe in, you definitely want to stand up for it and at least voice your opinion. I kind of grew up in a family where a lot of the times women weren't able to speak their opinion, I guess you can say. And just for me personally, it's just, I don't get how, you know, every culture is different and times change, things change, like laws change with time, but things change, and with these things change, of course, conflict's gonna happen, you know? So I just feel that if you want to make a difference, if you want to speak out in what you believe in, you should definitely believe in yourself, believe in what you're trying to do, and speak up about it. Don't sit back and just kind of let it happen and just be in a corner and just stay mute about it, you know? It's like speaking your voice is to be able to have an opinion and have power. So.
Are you a political person? Do you take sides and argue?
No, I'm not a very political person. I'm a very, like, positive human being type of person.
So you're fighting for what's right instead of taking sides and,
right.
and towing the party line.
Exactly. And, you know, like, sometimes it may not necessarily be right in some people's eyes, and you may cross over into what people consider parties or whatever the situation may be, but hey, everyone has their own opinion, you know? And it's like, if you are passionate about it, to talk about it, or to talk a positive or a negative thing about it, then you should just back yourself up, you know? Like, and stand for what you believe in.
Are you an arguer?
I'm not, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not. And I think that's kind of what I do with my music, is that as a normal, like, everyday person, I'll be very like, oh, okay, cool. You know, like, oh, that's your opinion. That's cool. You know, I'll listen and be very laid back about it. But with my music, I'm kind of able to truly express how I feel without the nerves, I guess, behind it. You know, like, I'm confident enough to be able to write this song, compose it, have you listen to it, and figure out if it's about you.
It's like the ultimate passive aggressiveness. I love it.
Exactly.
Because there's no chance for rebuttal.
And I don't even want to say it's like passive aggressive, but it kind of is, you know? It's like, I don't know. I'm not the type of person to like backfire, argue, you know? I'm going to... And I do believe, like, you know, what your opinion is or whatever you have to say is true, but it's like, you can't just say it to a person sometimes. Some people just are too strongly opinionated.
Interesting. Yeah, that was a kind of a theme that ran through the last interview too.
Really?
Matt was saying how music helps him to sort of express things that he couldn't put just into a conversation.
See?
Man, look at that connection we're making. Pretty cool. Well, let's listen to another song. This one you recorded previously. There's a home studio set up. It's called Life versus Stars. What do you want to say about that one?
Life versus Stars. I actually wrote this song like literally 2 weeks after I lost one of my best friends to colon cancer, and he was actually my brother-in-law too.
Oh, Jesus. How old was he?
He was only 24. Yeah, so it sucks, and there's just a lot of feelings going around, And I guess I wrote the song with the idea of just how black and white life is. And it's just kind of like, you know, my understanding and like my grasp on everything that was happening once I realized that he was gone. So it's kind of just like a song to realize that, you know, one day you'll be walking along and doing what you're doing, thinking that, you know, you have your whole future ahead of you, planning and everything, but in all reality, it's like, it's this life, or it could just be like the stars to where you're gone.
Well, here's Life versus Stars.
They say time, it's a precious treasure. Let's say this ain't how it's supposed to be. I know I am young, but I got to do it for me.
The line that I grabbed out of this song was, "I can't seem to grab a hold." Is that you speaking personally? And what were you grabbing hold of that you couldn't? Just realizing that this person was gone?
Yeah, definitely. Just grabbing a hold of like the whole idea that he was gone, and grabbing a hold of what I would think he experienced throughout his whole, you know, his life and towards the end of his life and stuff. I mean, it's crazy to think, you know, that just like that it's all over. But he actually was a musician too. So
Really?
It was really cool because I feel like, you know, I have to continue on knowing that like he's with me in spirit, you know, and it's like, even though I was so low, you know, that he was gone, I feel like, you know, I need to be able to continue on a voice for him, you know, even if he doesn't want me to. Sorry, dude, but I want to. Like, I just want to be able to express, you know, that love for music, get those points across, and through songwriting and everything, you know, you just being able to have that ability to do it. Just grab a hold and just go on for the ride, you know?
Yeah, totally. And I mean, they say that people live on through memories, and I think more so through, you know, something like music where you've got a hard copy of it, and for you anyway, like it's gonna bring you back to that place.
Yeah.
Where you were, whether, you know, it was pain at the time, but I'm sure at times you remember and there's more joy than anything else, and it's just a cool way to remember somebody.
Exactly.
I hope somebody remembers me with the song when I go.
Oh, I'm sure they will do. I'm sure.
Hopefully I'm old and gray at that point.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. So what do you have going on right now? What musical projects are you undertaking?
Right now, I have a couple of projects going on. First and foremost, this one, I'm trying to play a couple of open mics, which I'm probably going to start as soon as I absolutely finish this album. Because, this album that I'm doing has literally been, a span of 2 years. And it's obvious because, the genres in it go from, very simple acoustic to something more electronic. And, I just want to be able to just play it at different places and just get it out there and have it online for people to listen to, And so that should be done soon, and I want to start playing with that. But I also have Amateur Hour, which we took a little break for a while, and now we're gonna get back together. We're gonna start writing new songs and get our second album out together.
And how long has Amateur Hour been together?
About 2 years now. So, yeah.
And you guys have the same lineup that you started with?
We started with a completely different lineup than we have now. We lost another singer, and then they gained me, actually.
Oh, so you didn't actually start with
I did not start with Amateur Hour. Yeah, I was the second edition, 2.0.
Nice. New and improved.
Yeah, and and then now it's Amateur Hour 3.0. So we just lost our guitar player. He decided to do a couple other things, but so we're just going to continue on, and we're probably going to incorporate some electronic drums and some MIDI playing stuff, and do a little bit of a different sound. And besides that, I am also working on a album with a friend from high school. And we don't really have a band name yet, but we just finished recording at Horse-Drawn Productions, and we co-wrote 13 songs together, and we're gonna definitely start playing shows soon. He's actually from the south suburbs too, and he actually plays all of the instruments on this album, and I do all of the writing for the songs.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm doing all the lyrics, and he's doing all the instrumentals, and these are his babies too. So it's a different approach, but it's definitely something I'm excited for.
So when you guys go and play shows, are you gonna get people to fill in the band, or are you gonna try and do everything yourselves?
Yeah, we're just gonna have people play for us, and then there's gonna be times where we just do acoustic guitar and just vocals. So we're gonna try it different ways.
Very cool. So you performed tonight on piano. Do you play guitar as well?
I do, but it's very very chill guitar. My main instrument for sure would definitely be my voice, and then it would be piano, and now it's a little bit of self-producing, I guess you can say, so it's a little bit of everything there now.
Making beats and mixing stuff and manipulating sounds and
exactly,
which people always put down, but that's an instrument in itself, with chopping up different sounds and adding effects to them. It's tough because you're using both sides of your brain. There's the computer techie side of it, but there's also the creative side at work, and there's just a lot going on there.
Yeah, but it's something that I'm just starting up, to be honest, the whole self-producing and all that, and it's exciting, just being able to create your own entire song from scratch. That's a whole new thrilling sensation, honestly. It's fun. It's different.
Totally. Well, let's get into your last song. This one's called Shivers.
So this song, it's definitely my more fun and upbeat song. I wrote this song after a night of intense arguing with one of my bandmates. I won't say who it is because I love all my bandmates.
Wait for the book to come out.
But after that happened, something was brewing inside, and this song just came out of me basically in one night. and it's like one of the more complicated songs that I can say that I like created from scratch. So writing it and like creating the beats and then writing the lyrics for it, it's kind of all over. You'll hear like it's kind of an all over song, a little bit out of my element personally, but for me at that time I felt like it was the perfect way to express how I felt about what had happened.
Well, here it is. Shivers.
You know it, nobody's there. 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 I know you got it, but you got to make it good. I know you got it, 'cause you treat me like you do. Show just how it goes, make the echoes go. Show me how you feel tonight. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me more. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me more. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me more. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me more. You know I won't say the time we were alone. You know I won't say yes, but please don't tell me no. Well, we got to go, make the shivers flow. Tell me how you feel tonight. Well, we got to go, make the shivers flow. Tell me how you feel tonight. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me more. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me more. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me more. One more, that's for sure. Suddenly I don't see you. Everything that you see, such a sign of relief too. Catch me next if you can, 'cause I know I can't relax. Honey, oh, it's okay, I'm gonna make it anyway. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me more. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me more. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me what you're missing. Tell me more.
That song has an awesome beat to it. Like it's you've got like kind of the rock beat that goes into like the like Latin beat and then back into the rock beat. Like I don't know whether to like tap my toe or wiggle a little bit. Where did that come from? Where did that the mixture, the blending of those two genres come from?
They came from, oh God, I don't know. I've been really, like I said, that song was created after emotions were all over the place, so I felt like the song had to be touching all over the place as far as like genre sound goes. And that's why like I kind of like begin the song, like very harmony wise, vocal wise, into like the rock drums, and then like it ends with like Latin beats into like what I would consider myself rapping, I guess you could say. And it's something that was just all over the place, but for me it felt like this is exactly how I feel at the moment. I want you to listen to the song and feel how I feel right now.
And such a powerful form of self-expression too, when you get to do everything yourself. You're not telling a drummer like, hey, this is how I want it to feel, and letting him interpret it. So the line, when nobody's there, that was referring to this person that you're having the argument with, kind of not being there for you.
For the most part, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You got that. Yeah, just basically just knowing that it's like you have to basically do what you want to do yourself. Don't ever necessarily count on everyone all the time, but of course those who you love and you trust.
Yeah.
But there's definitely times where you're just like, what is going on? You're definitely not there right now. What's going on?
Well, then you've got a line that tell me what you're missing. You repeat a couple times, which is an interesting, like, with your perspective on songwriting, how it's almost like you're closing the door on an argument where you're saying, like, this is an argument, this is just what I'm saying. How do you explain that dichotomy? How does it work both ways, where you're singing about not being able to have a conversation, but in writing it, you're not having a conversation?
Well, I write the song because, it's just how I feel about it, but necessarily, I guess that's just me being a bitch.
All right. All right. Fair enough. As long as you be raw and out there with it.
Yeah, it's me being a bitch about it. Like, that's my way of being a bitch, because people who know me, like, on a normal day-to-day basis, like I said before, like, I'm pretty tranquil, pretty, like, chill, I'll do, if you have, ask me to do a favor, I'll do it, I'll tell you if I can't do it, but that's, like, my ultimate high climax of being a bitch, is, like, writing something like that.
Like, someone hits that breaking point and you're just like, fuck this, you're getting a song written about you.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's just how, for me, it's just easiest to do it that way. I don't know why or how. It's probably not healthy, but for me, it's what keeps me creatively going and what keeps me ticking, So.
Totally. So people in Joslyn-Marie's life keep throwing conflict at her because it's fueling her songs. You could end up on her next album. She'll be the next Taylor Swift. Just everyone that pisses her off gets a
gosh,
song.
there you go. There you go. I'll be the next Hispanic Taylor Swift.
Taylor Rapido.
There you go. Exactly.
Cool. So we're almost out of time. People want to find you online. Where should they go?
Online, I have my website, which is joslyn-marie.tumblr.com. Joslyn's Joslyn, by the way. It's a little bit different than the regular. But I'm on Twitter, which is @JoslynSinger. Instagram @JoslynSinger. I have my SoundCloud page, which is soundcloud.com/JoslynSinger. And a Facebook and all that fun stuff. You can just find me everywhere. Just basically Google Joslyn Singer, and I'm pretty sure you'll find me.
Very cool.
So
any advice for people that are starting to write songs but haven't made the leap to let anybody hear them yet? I mean, you've been performing since you were 2, so maybe you have a different background than anybody else. But any tips you have for up-and-coming singer-songwriters?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you have your thoughts and they come out in a musical sense and you feel like someone might not be able to understand your lyrics or be able to connect to your lyrics, just don't doubt yourself, like definitely just follow through with it and just put it out there, because there's so many people on this earth that someone out there is going to be able to connect to it, and to be able to just have the opportunity to be able to speak your mind and just get your thoughts out there. I mean, you should appreciate it and just do it, because there's some cultures, there's some parts of the world that you're not able to do that, and if you are on those parts of the world, still write your thoughts down, still have a book where you're able to express yourself, because if we don't express ourselves as human beings, I feel that what are we even here? Why are we here? So just continue on with what you believe in, and let yourself be heard.
Solid advice. Well, Joslyn-Marie, thank you so much for sitting down and chatting with me tonight.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, and hopefully you gain a swath of new fans from this. So that's all we've got for tonight. Keep writing and keep playing, Chicago.